Islam, Dwayne by Beye. Islam. It's January 20th. It's 5:25 p.m. I just walked in from Whole Foods. Work today. Today is Tuesday, and feeling pretty good. As I walked in, I'm here. The manager of American Extended Stay in Annapolis, Maryland here, she said that they were going to deep clean the room, and they did. They really did a good job, and it smells so good in here. I'm still just a little while ago, just where I'm about to do this camera, I hear someone outside and around the room saying stop, like the same voices, like maybe because I notice pale skins are trying to engage even more aggressively. The Negro Blackie, that's unclean in spirit. These are unclean spirits. Are still still trying to engage. They usually walk around with a phone, and like as they tapping, the males especially, they like desperately, they look like they tapping the phone. You know how you trying to call someone on your cell phone, then all of a sudden a visual, this definitely is like a military tactic, a visual might appear, or I might hear a song or R&B song that I dedicated to you in the past. So imagine like desperately, like a Negro Blackie is looking at you, and then when they realize you're not giving no eye, they have their phone, they're like, you know, like they desperately trying to engage that way. So anyway, what I was deciding, and this is and I always say unclean spirit, because it's not about someone being under the status, it's about spirit. All right. And then also the Spanish is still trying to portray themselves as not, these are unclean spirits, as some form of helper. And we all know that they deal with possession. This is a species of Spanish that speaks Spanish. Whether they're from Mexico, a species of unclean spirits. Mexico, El Salvador, Puerto Rico, whatever. So, there's quite a few unclean spirits being used. Those that look to be from the continent of Africa, so that sort of thing. But as I walked in, just a few moments ago when I was about to do this camera on the video, someone said stop, and I noticed people are saying move. I don't, you would think that Imani-Gray-Bey and I, my son Imani-Gray-Bey and I, Ron Arrington-Bey, I hear a lot of the spirits yelling move. You would think we have tried to engage or made friends with one of them. We haven't. We have not tried to engage or made friends with any of them. So what does that say? Now, I can tell you that I've experienced where these spirits are able to enter, like you wouldn't believe that they're engaging with your spirit, and they are, and they actually, and you can feel, I know I can, maybe because I'm a light being, but I can tell when one is engaging and trying to look, so they actually engaging and actually putting their spirit inside of, is in a way where it's in my spirit. And they can see, for instance, I'm looking at this red dot on the camera. They can see, you can feel a presence on you where you're looking at the red dot at the same time. So that is definitely a form of possession. Consciously, I know this is happening. Now, I imagine when I was 17, 18 years old, 15 years old, I had no idea that these sort of things could be done. You see movies, I didn't take movies seriously. So I was unconscious, like many Asiatic souls. So unconsciously, not knowing that these spirits that have this telepathic code are able to engage mentally in that form, and know that they've been doing it for a long time. So say one of them, okay, they know that if they approach you on the physical plane, that you can call the cops and have legal matters enforced. So instead of them approaching you on the physical plane, they mentally engage with one in their filth or another filth, or somebody who 9 times out of 10 is another unclean spirit, just to get close to you. And that person that's possessed starts speaking words or maybe molesting your genitals. That's how unclean these filthy spirits are. And most of the time they imply to be under that status when in reference to trying to engage, flirt. A lot of times it's the Negro black males. They call them brothers, but then there's also the Spanish. because remember, they're unclean in spirit too. And then you got the pale skin. All right. It's amazing how consciously, when these things are done, I'm able to protect myself because I'm aware. When I was 16, 17, 15, 14, and so in other Moors, we were sleeping, we didn't know. And you wonder why some Moors behave as they did. Some souls behave as they did. So anyway, what I was going to do, Dwayne Bye, is show you. I just came back from Whole Foods. I did a video. I was going to do a video each time I'm out as much as I can, like a 5-minute video. Like this right now is 5 minutes, so I'm going to make it quick. And just say, hey, and tell you my experience. On the day is January 30th, 2019. This is my Whole Foods bag. Do you see? I just got this. And what I'm eating tonight are organic vegetable quarter pounder. These are vegetable organic quarter pounder upside down. I don't know if you can see. Imani Gray-Bey, my son, is still at Wendy's. He'll be here shortly. I tell him to be careful because many times I can tell the pale skin, especially Negro black, that unclean spirit Negro black female, they speak about your son, or how they desperately looking at him to molest or possess his mind, so they can be some form of partner with him to breed. That's what it's about. So I brought coconut oil because these are unclean spirits that cannot raise their frequency, and the frequency of the earth is rising. So okay. And honey, and let's see, I did buy also eggs, so I'm having vegetable sandwiches today. Okay, vegetable organic burger sandwich, or quarter pounders. That's what I'm having. Anyways, already at 7 minutes. I'll talk to you later. Islam, Dwayne Bye. I'm gonna read. I'm off tomorrow, right? So I'm off on Wednesday, so I'm gonna read and study and exercise. I was asked to work. They said somebody called out and asked Miss Phyllis, the manager, and she asked me if I could work tomorrow, but I told her I couldn't because I already had made plans. So she asked me this morning. So it's January 29, 2019. I told her I couldn't, but I'm pretty sure they'll have it taken care of. I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.